Yes, I most definitely have a video waiting for you. Today, we got another reaction video. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Shaneria and this is Talking Crime. On today's video, we have a reaction video. But almost every day we have a reaction video. Every time you see me, there's a reaction video. If you like drama, if you like tea, if you just like conversation, this is the channel for you. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I mean, why wouldn't you? You guys, if you are returning, you already know how we like to do it. We like to get straight into today's reaction.
I have not spoken to my maid of honor since my wedding day of August 2025. And let me explain, because this is a crazy story, okay? It doesn't even make sense to me. So to start off, I had two maid of honors. I'm going to say a true maid of honor, which was my ride or die, my childhood friend, my rock. Like, she was just my true maid of honor. And let's say my fake maid of honor, which is a friend who lives in the same state as me. We hang out, we have a good time, we have so much fun, and she kind of knows the more evolved Giovanni that I am today. I wanted two maid of honors because I thought the two of them could work together. My husband had two best men, so I thought, all right, perfect, cool. There was no issues. All right, so let's talk about The Bachelorette, because I think that's when we started to really see some character flaws in people. My fake maid of honor and I are part of a friend group that really she's kind of the head person in. We have some mutual friends that I've met through my fake maid of honor, and we always would go to each other events. If they have a birthday party or an event, I'm coming, and if I'm hosting something, they come. We both like to go out, we like to be outside, and it's mutually a good time. There was an issue because I decided that I wanted to have my bachelorette in the same state I live in, New Jersey, and I just wanted a nice Airbnb to have a pool party. I really wanted to have a bachelorette that was budget friendly. Like, we're in a recession, okay? And I was not trying to be one of those brides. So I told both maid of honors I want to do a pool party. Let's keep it real chill. People don't gotta really spend money in the pool party. And then the next day, Sunday, we will go to the city and have a good time. So Saturday, pool party. Sunday, people spend their money and we have a good time. All right, so my fake maid of honor tells the friend group the plans, and the issue is when they were trying to find an Airbnb, they can only host 8 people. I decided that we'll just have the 8 people be from the bridal party, and then everyone else could meet with us on Sunday in New York, because I really wanted a pool party. So my fake maid of honor tells a friend group that they basically can't come and that they would have to link up on Sunday. They get really offended, and from what she told me, they were offended that it felt like I was picking sides between the two friends, which was not the case. My first point I want to say is make sure you have a maid of honor who has your best interest. Because if my other maid of honor knew my true best interest, she would know that that's not the case. What she was advocating for that friend group was for me to have the bachelorette at a hotel so we can just go to a hotel pool party. I did not want to do that. A shared space where we can't have alcohol in the pool, we can't dance, we can't have chill vibes, and there's like a chance for older men being there. Like, no, that's not what I wanted. And I told them, like, no, I don't want to do that. I really want to do the Airbnb. Like, guys, I'm already choosing an economical option. Let me have it. So I think she ended up telling the girls, or not advocating for me, that Giovanni just wants to have a pool party at an Airbnb, just come the next day. So they were in their feelings, and they decided not to come at all. They didn't come to the events on Sunday. Nothing like that. And when I asked her what's up, she was like, oh, you know how girls are. They feel like, you know, essentially that I switched up. And I think she didn't fight for me because she knew that wasn't the case. All right, so we get to the bachelorette night, okay? Saturday night. We get there, and my fake maid of honor.
I feel like the fake maid of honor, and I wouldn't say fake, so these her words. I feel like the fake maid of honor literally thought she was switching up, but she tried to make it seem like the group chat, you know, said it. But it was really her true feelings.
maid of honor, she tells me that she's in charge of food, which is cool, fine. She's the one who's always cooking food at events. She's a really great cook. Well, she tells me she's not feeling well and that she would just like to do catering. So she gives me some menu items and tells me, pick some items, because I had vegan, vegetarian, people who didn't eat pork. Cool, I understand you, sis. Like, give me the menu, I'll pick some items. So I picked some items for her. Come to find out, she had decided to do catering from ShopRite, which, if you're not from Jersey, is like maybe a Wegmans or let's say like Walmart catering. Now, if I'm the maid of honor, I'm not going to choose grocery store catering to an event, but that's just me. I'm like, maybe it's just a budgeting issue. That's fine. I hype her up. Oh, girl, this food was good. My friends told me the food wasn't good, but that's my friend. I'm going to support her, so I'm just eating. Oh, yeah, girl, this food good. So the food wasn't good. The other thing, she left twice during the Bachelorette. Maid of honor. Left twice. So on Saturday night, she told me that there was some kind of funeral event. Someone close to her had died and she had to go. So around 8 o'clock, she left to go to some funeral dinner event. And she came back Sunday morning for breakfast. All right, cool. She missed most of the turn up. Whatever. So she comes back Sunday. We all get ready, eat, blah, blah, blah. We do our little content. Cool. We go to the city. She's acting really weird. Like, we did this whole Tea Party bus tour. It was her idea to do the Tea Party bus tour, the teeing around town in New York City. This was her idea. She brought it up. Then on the bus, she's sitting here very stiff, very quiet. She's like, oh, Giovanni, I'm sorry for, how I'm acting. It's just, this is not my type of event. Sis, if you didn't want to be here, just go. Like, your energy, she did not want to be present, and because of that, the energy was rubbing off on me. And so I really didn't appreciate it. I kept that in mind, and I think that really started this track of our friendship heading down some really bad territory. So we get back to the city Sunday night, and she's like, oh, I have a doctor's appointment, I have to leave. So she leaves early. Now, she leaves twice during the Bachelorette. She's late with the food on Saturday night, which pushed back the pool party. And she didn't help with decorating. So she didn't help with decorations. She came, she bought the grocery store food, left Saturday. And I'm not tripping, right? Left Saturday, comes back Sunday, goes to the city and like, oh, I got to dip out. She didn't help with no decorations for cleaning up after the Bachelorette. So at this point, I'm feeling really just weary. That was just really weird behavior. But I ate it. I think it gave my friends some bad impressions of her, but I ate it and I was like, no, she's probably going through some stuff. All right, cool. She's going through some stuff. Now, let's talk about a little bit about duties of a maid of honor. It's really important that you pick a maid of honor who has, again, your best interests. So as I'm picking out bridesmaid dresses and maid of honor dresses, I decided to pick a website called JJ's House. Why? Because it's super budget friendly. I was not going to choose a $200 dress for these girls. The economy is just not what it is, and I'm not wanting anyone to break the bank. So I choose a dress that was $95. Everyone agrees, oh, this is great pricing, cool. So JJ's House has a thing where you can try on different dresses and to make sure you have your right size. So she comes to me and asks me if I can help her with picking the right size for a dress for her maid of honor dress. All right, great, cool. She tells me that she doesn't know how to work the website, and if I can order the dress from her for her to try on, she'll come to my house, try on the dress, and then I would have to return the dress. It sounds like she's giving me work to do, but okay. I do it the first time. I get the dress. We try it on. Let's try on some other things. So now she wants to try on some different dresses. She asked me if I can do it again a second time. All right, fine. I already know the process. Get the dress. She comes, try it on. I package the dress, take it back to Staples. Now I've done this a second time now. I'm kind of tired. I'm trying to focus on other things, and this is just becoming a bit of an annoyance because no one else has asked me for help with their dresses. Everyone else is able to order their dress, try it on, they send me pictures, and then they get the dress that they need. So I'm not understanding why she's the only one who's having problems working the website. So we get the dress, she tries it on, cool. We get the dress that she likes, and she's like, okay, can you just order the dress for me? I'm like, no, no. And I think she was surprised that I told her no, but I was like, I have other things that I need to focus on. No one else is having issues. I have a male maid of honor, I guess you could say, a groom's bride, whatever. He's buying a whole suit to match everyone else, and he has not once had any issues or asked me to order anything from the website. So I'm not understanding why my fake maid of honor is having trouble ordering the dress. Very weird behavior, very weird behavior. So again, pick someone who has your best interests, because they're not going to come to you with all this extra stuff. They're going to be understanding, and so sorry I can't fit everything, but let's get to the wedding day, because yeah. All right, see you next part.
Okay, now I think that it's best to have a wedding planner, because you don't want to go through hiccups like this with your bridesmaids and maid of honors and everybody all over the place and trying to figure stuff out. Now, I feel like if you're not going to be 100% like dedicated to your friend's wedding, don't choose those type of positions. Like, don't choose those type of positions. And I feel like with her, she did too, because she knew for a fact that one of them, and that was the fake one, was going to have an issue. Like, dang, she ain't even choose me, and me and her real cool. Like, me and her hang out, we go to each other's the events and everything. Why she ain't choose me? So she chose to keep down the back and forth with one person feeling left out. That's why she chose to. But if you're going to take on that role after being asked, I feel like you should be ready and present. You know you got other stuff going on. Don't take that spot. So for her to say that she'll cater and then wind up like going to a grocery store and getting stuff, that's fine. Some people don't mind. But you have to know this person to know, like, she ain't gonna like that unless it was budgeting issues. Like, don't be a Debbie Downer like on somebody else's big day. Like, why even choose a position if you're not happy for that person? If you don't want to be there, why even choose an event that you so-called don't like that type of atmosphere, but you the one who chose the event? Now at this point, I think you're intentionally trying to ruin that girl experience with being married or getting married.
I have not spoken to my maid of honor since my wedding day, part 2. Okay, so let's talk about a few days before the wedding, because it's pretty important. Okay, so my real maid of honor, she's a type A personality. She's getting the group chats. She's texting people, you need to have this and da-da-da-da. She's on people. She's making sure things are getting done. And so because of that, I do feel like there was a bit of a weird dynamic where my fake maid of honor wasn't feeling like as needed. You know, like when you have a type A personality in the group assignment and they're just constantly, doing things as their personality, you can kind of feel like, okay, well, I can kind of take the back seat. So I think because of that, she was starting to feel like she wasn't needed or not as important, which was not the case. I think the case was we would give you tasks to do and you wouldn't do it or show a real lack of interest in actually being a maid of honor. Case in point, and guys, you want to pay attention to this stuff because people's behaviors switch up so quick during this time period. I asked my fake maid of honor to send a group text message. It was very important. It had information, I guess, to do with the schedule for the wedding day. I text her, I was like, hey, can you just text this to the group? Because they're in a separate group chat that I'm not a part of from the Bachelorette. She's like, okay, cool. She never sends it. Okay, she never sends it. So now we're at the week of the wedding. My true maid of honor came like basically a week early to help prep for the wedding. She came to help me with decorating because she knew I was doing a DIY wedding. And so she called off of work to be here from Texas to New Jersey to be here. So I asked her, I was like, hey girl, can you just send this message? She sends it right away. No issue. So at this point, I'm like, why is my fake maid of honor acting so weird? Like she don't really want no parts to be in it. It's just very weird behavior. Moving forward, my fake maid of honor, she's like, hey Giovanni, I want to help you with some kind of event. I want to be a part of something where you can say, hey, I helped you with this. So I was like, well, I'm doing a photo shoot at this location. And she's like, okay, how much does it cost? I'm like, it's $500 for the permit to take the photo. She's like, okay, I got you. She never sends the $500 for the wedding permit for the location. Never sends it. She's like, leading up to the wedding. Oh, Giovanni, I'm gonna send it. What's your Zelle? Girl, we've gone to restaurants. We've sent each other money back and forth plenty of times. We know how Zelle works. Why are you asking? Why are you being weird? Like, she's just actually being weird. And brides, you want to pay attention to this energy so you could shift your attention. So at this point, yeah, if she felt like I was treating her differently because I had to course correct because the energy was not just right. So no, she tried to set me up because she said she was going to pay for the photo shoot for the wedding and she never sent the money. Luckily, I already took care of it. I never depended on her, but it was noted in my mind. So, my real maid of honor and my fake maid of honor, we're gonna get together and do like some actual like dances for their entry for, when you're doing the reception. So my real maid of honor is texting my fake maid of honor, hey, we need a meetup so we can like actually coordinate a dance. My fake maid of honor is like, oh, let's meet up on Friday. Mind you, my wedding is the weekend of, babe, was it Labor Day? Well, it was Labor Day weekend. All right, so it was Labor Day weekend. Crazy. I know that was crazy. It was Labor Day weekend. Okay, so my friend is asking, my real maid of honor is asking my fake maid of honor when they can meet. She's like, okay, we can meet on Friday so we can do the dance coordination. Cool. She asked her this early in the week. So now we're at Friday, right? So my real maid of honor is like, hey girl, what time do you want to meet up? Then my fake maid of honor is like, oh, I'm so sorry. I actually can't meet up because I have an orientation for New York Film Academy. She's like, yeah, the orientation's at 6:00 in New York and I'm sorry I can't make it. I'm like, what? So she calls me like real cool. She's not trying to make any drama out of it. She's like, yeah, it's just if she knew that there was an orientation, why didn't we meet earlier? Like orientations don't just spring up. I'm like, girl, this don't sound right. Like it's Memorial weekend, it's Labor Day weekend in New York. What school has an orientation on Friday at 6 p.m. on a holiday weekend? So I ended up looking it up because a lot of programs in America will have their events publicized. Like if you're in a program, it's public knowledge. So I ended up going to their website, looking it up, and I saw that there was no orientation on that Friday. It was like some kind of grading program or whatever. And then the actual program, I guess she was trying to get into, the orientation wasn't until September 15th. And my wedding was in August. So she's lying. She's just not wanting to be part of the wedding. And the energy is just felt. It's just really weird. So at this point, I'm not feeling her right now. I'm really not. My true maid of honor, a friend of mine and my mom, and I'm going to the church to prep the space. We end up cleaning. We ended up moving boxes, doing a lot of DIY stuff. I asked my fake maid of honor, hey, can you come help us? Oh, I'm picking up shifts. I actually can't be here. Just weird behavior. She didn't come to help with the prep, but my other friends came. So I told my true maid of honor, I was like, girl, I'm so sorry. Like, you should have just been my maid of honor. I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, it's cool. I was like, I cannot believe the way my other girl is acting. And she's like, no, she's such a sweetheart. She's like, no, it's cool. But I had to apologize because at this point I was just like, embarrassed by my friend's behavior. I just kind of want to end this part here because I want to get to the wedding day because the wedding day is kind of where it went down, but I just want you to see the build up. Again, I'm going to stick to it. If you're going to choose people in your bridal party, make sure you're choosing a maid of honor who has your best interest. And I'm going to add this. Do not choose a maid of honor who you haven't gone to a girls trip with. Or haven't had a disagreement with or something like that. You have to go through conflict and be vulnerable because when you are a bride, it's a very vulnerable period for you. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of money going into it and you need people who will understand that. All right. People who will know it's your time and not try to diminish it or feel some type of way from it. People who can be able to deal with personal issues that life's going to bring them, but also be happy and supportive of you at the same time. So if you're picking people who have your best interests, then they can really juggle both. If not, you're going to have people who are just acting so weird, so crazy around you, and the switch up is just going to be unreal. So let's talk about my wedding day, because that's where it went down, and that's the reason why I haven't spoken to this girl since.
I do agree that she should have just left it with one maid of honor instead of two, regardless of how anybody feels. But at the end of the day, like, it's always like somebody that don't want to see you happy. And it seemed like the fake one did not want to see you happy. It seemed like after she seen that everything was going through, she was getting jealous hearted. And I don't think it was the group chat that felt some type of way about that pool party. It was her, but she blamed it on the group chat. And even if they did say something, she did not have your back at all. The first red flag, she should have been like put out of the party, period. Because baby, if you can't act right in a head position, you're not going to act right in the back. So you might as well just be in the audience or don't come at all. Like, I do feel like she really sabotaged herself, her friendship, but she really wanted to sabotage your wedding for some reason. People could just be jealous. They see you being happy and they jealous. I just don't understand why people wait until they get in these type of positions to start acting weird like this. Like, why you just didn't say, I don't have the time, my schedule is full, like, I don't think you should choose me as one of them. Like, why? I don't get it. And another thing, like, nothing excuses you trying to ruin somebody else's day. Like, what's the point? You might as well don't come at all. I just feel bad that she even had to experience this, because a woman's wedding should be the best thing that ever happened to her. Like, it's a dream. It's something that women dream of. You feel what I'm saying? Like a princess. Like, I just don't understand why people will want to even ruin that type of energy. It seems like she was also really jealous of your friend, you know, the one that was doing the work. It seemed like every time she said, okay, let's do this and this, that's when she was like, oh, let's not, you know, behind your back. But girl, I see you came with them receipts with the interview. Like, you looked that mug up. Like, I would have called her then. Like, girl, it's no interview, but that's okay. You good. You don't even have to show up to my wedding. That's what I would have did. Cause who were you playing with? She was definitely jealous of you. She was not your real friend. And y'all, if y'all want to see who your real friends is, go through something that is wonderful. Get married and watch who have your back and watch who don't.
I have not spoken to my maid of honor since my wedding day, and this is part 3, because let's just talk about the wedding, all right? So the night before my wedding, I had an appendicitis. Yes, so the day before my wedding, I was in severe, unbelievable pain, went to the urgent care told me go to the hospital, went to the hospital, they were like, you have an appendicitis. And I was like, but I also have a wedding. So it wasn't ruptured, so they told me they think that they can be able to take my appendix out and I can go to my wedding the next day. I told them that's exactly what's gonna happen. Money has been spent. Okay, so I had my procedure. It was like late at night, and I was discharged 5 a.m. from the hospital. I told my nurse, rain or shine, I have makeup at 7. Okay, so I was discharged. I'm running on adrenaline, Tylenol, and love. Okay, so yeah, it was a crazy time for me, but I made it to my makeup on time. So I'm at the church. I'm getting my hair done initially. And some of my bridesmaids are there, including my true maid of honor, to help prep for the day. So they're getting breakfast, they're cutting bagels, they're doing all this prep work, which was already prearranged. I told both my maid of honors to come early as part of their duty to help prepare breakfast for everyone. My fake maid of honor shows up about 40 minutes late past the time that she's supposed to do her makeup. Okay, so she was supposed to be coming earlier than that to prep and then start her makeup at this time. She's running late, okay? So I'm in the kitchen now, taking a break from getting my hair done. I'm talking to my maid of honor, my true maid of honor, and my bridesmaids like, where is so-and-so? And everyone got the side eye. Everybody, prepping and got the side eye going. So we're in the kitchen. She comes in with her boyfriend. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm running late. You would not believe. I'm so sorry. I'll explain it to you later. And I'm just like, girl, I'm just coming from the hospital and I made it on time. Why are you running late? And I think she was taken aback that I talked to her or approached her in front of everybody. But you were coming late into the kitchen and we were already talking about you. So let's just air it out right here. And so I think she was offended, embarrassed, whatever the case may be. So we go back to the room, come finishing my hair, and she started her makeup. She's African. So while she's getting her makeup done, she's on the phone talking to who I'm assuming is her boyfriend. She's talking to her boyfriend and oh, this is the last time I'm ever going to talk to her. But I can't believe it. Just going off. The thing is, she's speaking in her language, but she's also saying words in English that I can interpret. So I know she's talking about me. Okay? So I'm getting my hair done, makeup done, child. I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be the last day. All right, cool.
Stop the motherfucking show. Makeup artist did it. Girl, get the fuck out. See, I hate when folks do that. Why did you even show up? This just pissed me off. Like, what do you mean like this the last time? How about you don't fucking be in my wedding at all? Take your ass back home, because that's what you should have stayed. You've been fake the whole time. Like, who in their right mind have this much jealousy, hate, feel some type of way on somebody's big day? Girl, take your ugly ass home. Stop the makeup. Get out. That's what I would have did. Like, it was too many red flags, and this would have took the cake, bitch, because you wouldn't have been even go home. Call your Uber, call your whatever, go home.
So everyone gets their hair, makeup done, we try to move forward. She decides that she wants to hold my dress for the whole day. She wants to be present. She wants to be noticed, blah, blah, blah. So I let her hold my train, and that's the arrangement. My other maid of honor, she's just chilling out. She's my true maid of honor. She's chilling out. She's cool. So my fake maid of honor and I are leaving from the church into the bus, and there's gravel. She accidentally drops my dress on the gravel. Something happened, and maybe it was a true accident. She accidentally dropped my dress. But the way I turned back at her, and I was very upset, because at this point I don't trust her. I don't trust her motives. The fact that she said this is the last day she's gonna be dealing with me, I don't trust her. So yeah, I was treating her with some attitude because the disrespect she gave me earlier. So my mom ends up telling me, Giovanni, it was a true accident, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't be so hard on her. But I'm just like, side-eyeing her, okay? So we get on the bus and, we're going to our different locations to do our photo shoot. She tells me, Giovanni, I feel like you're treating me differently than everyone else, and I really don't appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And I probably was. Because at this point, with everything leading up, you deserve it at this point, okay? I don't care what you say. You came late. You're the maid of honor position that you always wanted and be there for me, blah, 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 and you're not being present. So yeah, you're gonna take all the smoke that's being thrown at you. Okay, so we do our photo shoot. We get back on the bus, and I think we're heading from the photo shoot to the church. At this point, none of my bridesmaids are really interacting with her. We're kind of all just tolerating her at this point. She's obviously trying to help keep the energy and vibes good. Like, she's not being too weird. She's trying to be herself, but it's just coming off as incredibly fake and disingenuous. So she calls me Bridezilla on the bus. I'm not sure why. I think it came out of nowhere. But my male friend, who's part of my bridal party, he's like, actually, no, she's not. Like, she's doing really well. My other bridesmaid is like, yeah, considering that she just had surgery, like, Giovanni, you're doing great. And so at this point, it just registers to me like there is a level of jealousy going on. Because how are you, a maid of honor, telling me that I'm a bridezilla? And if I am, it's my wedding day, and I just had an appendicitis. Back up. So at this point, she's just being weird, and I think everything she's been feeling at this point has just been coming out. I think in that situation, you want to make sure, again, you're choosing someone who has your best interest, because they can put their personal issues aside. Whether my friend had personal issues or not, I know she was in a situation that was not the best situation for her to be in. She chose to be in that situation, but that has nothing to do with me. Okay, this is my wedding day, all right? So compartmentalize or get gone. So yeah, she calls me bridezilla. At this point, we're at the reception. One of the girls, which ended up being her sister, who never came to my bachelorette, decides to show up to the wedding. She didn't show up for the ceremony. She didn't show up to the ceremony, but she decided to come to the wedding. She came, she ate her food, her drink, never came to the bachelorette. So at this point, it's just all bad energy. I did not want to really interact with that group because it just wasn't feeling right. I chose to hang out with my friends, family. I'm mostly sad because, again, I'm running on Tylenol and vibes and love. Okay, so that was the situation. She ended up leaving without ever telling me bye, and that was it. I called her a few weeks later because I said I need some time to breathe. Me and my husband was just like, we're pretty much good. I spoke to people in my party like, hey, should I try, pursue mending this friendship? They're like, nah, I think you're good. But she was a true friend to me. I don't think she was a bad person. I think she was in a bad situation, and that came out in her character, and it sucked. So I called her to think, okay, maybe we can try to mend this, because the day of my wedding, I actually told her, I was like, I know you're upset and mad at me, but it's okay. Like, that's fine. You can be mad at me, but if we're going to be friends, like, we have to work through this, whatever. She chose not to work through it. She never called me back weeks after the wedding. I guess she never took the advice I said about being mad and that being okay. And I saw that she unfollowed me on Instagram. I'm like, girl, we are not celebrities. Like, if you're gonna close the bridge, let me burn it for you. So I blocked her. I blocked her sister, the friends who never showed up to Bachelorette. Like, we are good on that. And I just realized that this time the friendship wasn't worth mending. Crazy thing is, I got my wedding photos back, right? And in this photo, the photographer told everyone to look at us. The baby's looking at us. Everybody's looking at us. The fake maid of honor is the only one who looked at the camera. This photo was taken 3 times. So at this point, I was like, oh no. So I had her removed. She's out of all the wedding photos, like, out of sight, out of mind. We're really good. The bridge has been burnt so bad that I don't think the friendship's worth mending. Plus, she was in a relationship that wasn't honoring marriage. And as I'm now in a marriage, I didn't want to be friends with someone who's disrespecting someone else's marriage. So I was just like, I think I'm okay. So, brides, if you're choosing someone, please choose someone with your best interest. I'm going to keep saying it. Choose someone you've been on girls trips with. Choose someone you've gone through conflict with and can be there for you. Okay? And if there's a switch up, it's part of the process. You can't avoid it. I thought I was good, and look what happened. But you're going to have a beautiful wedding. I did. I look fabulous. I look great, and I know you will too. I hope this helps. All right. That's it.
So I don't think necessarily you have to already had conflict before, or like, went on a girls trip with. Just be careful who your friends are, because that stuff can happen too. And those motherfuckers still will not be happy for you, secretly jealous of you, and want to walk in your shoes. I just don't get it. Like, why, accept to be a maid of honor if you're not willing to support her and help her out and make her happiest day be her dream? Like, why? And girl, I give it to you. Not only did you come with receipts taking people out the pictures, because baby, I would have did the same thing. But you just had got out the hospital at 7 in the morning. I mean, like, even if you was upset and angry and was talking to her some type of way, she had already rubbed you the wrong way weeks before. But also, girl, you only got Tylenol. You just had something removed. Like, I could, like, baby, my period irritates me. So being cut open and then still having to take pictures and get married, like on your day, on your happy day? Like, I'm pretty sure you was irritated because of her coming late. You was irritated because how she been acting for weeks. And you was definitely irritated from that surgery. Like, baby, all of it at once was hitting a fucking nerve. So she better be happy you ain't smacked this out of her. Like, fire. And then walked away like, bitch, get out my way. Then you dropped the wedding dress, girl, you was being petty. Petty. But I like her type of petty, baby. She looked it up, do this to see if she had an appointment. No appointment. Check. Fake. She came to get her makeup done. Fake. She kept leaving with the bridal party. Fake. She didn't have your back in the group message. Fake. She didn't see in the... Too many red flags. She would have been gone the first time she came back and was like, oh, they think you just switching up. No, bitch, you think I'm switching up. She should have told you from the jump how she felt. This the thing. A closed mouth don't get fed. If you felt the main maid of honor was getting better treatment or she was treating her much better, why didn't you address this to her? Y'all grown. Like, how many times somebody when you was younger told you a closed mouth don't get fed? Speak up. But I doubt that was the issue. She was already in a situation that wasn't like respecting somebody else's marriage. So she wasn't gonna respect yours. Like, she wasn't even gonna be a friend that supposed to be there in your happiest moments. Like, so yeah, you did right by cutting her off and not speaking to her again. But baby, you was even more messier and pettier taking her out the pictures. Cut. I'm sorry that you experienced this. You guys, drop down in the comments section what you think about this story. Would you would have took her out them pictures too to be messy? Cause baby, cut them out. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe to this channel. If you made it to the end to hear the messiness, you like this type of content. So hit that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're returning, you guys, you know how we like to do it. Like, comment, and share this video. I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.